Yeah. I'm so Deadpool influenced right now. That movie was so good. Aww, let's go. What's up, fam? Welcome to the show. It's a Saturday with your boy, the Bear. We're going to be with you tonight for a good half an hour talking about this Raider business before the game, the stuff that's crucial, the stuff that's being rumored, the stuff that has stuff about the stuff and tells us about more stuff. I'm going to give you that stuff. Often imitated, never duplicated, that fool with no hair that shouts like Rick, woo, the Raider Bear! Raiders! Yeah, it don't wash off. So what's up, fam? Welcome to the Shizzy. I am your host, loud and obnoxious, the Raider Bear. Alexa, hush. So what's up, everybody? Oh, my little whoop. No, that's not you guys. That's just me. I have a little headset, my stuff that popped out. So what's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. No, calm down, Jim. There's not a medal round on Saturday's show. Although you did win, Jim. You did win. I will acknowledge you did win. And John, second, and Bob Standard. Wow. I mean, Casey Standard came in third. So, and by the way, Bob, you can no longer laugh at me about stealing players from my team because they're not my team anymore. The Oakland A's leaving town, man. That's messed up. I couldn't even get out for their last game. It was disgraceful. S.A. Big Dog said Max looked great at practice yesterday. Yeah, S.A., it was good news to hear that Max could have gone. In other words, if he wanted to play, he could have played. Now, he would have been, not himself and less than 100%, but he could have played. So it was good. Now, why do I say that? It was good because I like the fact that they took precaution, still won the game, and gave him a genuine day of rest to let himself get better because he doesn't have a break or anything. It's just a high ankle sprain. Now, I shouldn't say just a high ankle sprain. High ankle sprains can really ruin your season. So you've got to be careful with stuff like that. So, Troy Gill, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. All right, now, please, if you would, consider a subscription to Raider Bear Family Page. It's just $5 a month, and you can cancel it anytime, but you won't want to. Because with coins you contribute to the show, we have been giving them away to charities all over the world for the last 3 years? Yeah, 3 years. This will be 3 years. For the last 3 years, and it's been incredible. I've been doing my show for 10 years, and I've done outreach programs to help the homeless and things like that in the past, but it was always from a distance. I was sending in money. I would find money, from viewers and people and friends and so on, raise funds from different events, and then I would send it to them. Then I got actually physically involved where I was going out on the street, literally getting on the ground with people, giving them food, giving them clothes. A lot of people don't know this, but when you're dealing with homeless people, they have pets too. You don't often see them, but homeless people have pets too. And so I would bring dog food and cat food and stuff like that, and they really appreciate that because they didn't expect you to know that, and I didn't at first. And so when I went back the next couple times, I was kind of a bit more of a veteran, and I understood that. So also, if you ever see anyone homeless and you really want to help them out, buy them a big, large, like Costco bottle of cayenne pepper. Now that sounds weird because what would they be using it for? They don't have a stove, they're not cooking. The reason you do this is because if you take cayenne pepper and you drag it on the ground, in other words, just pour it on the ground in a circle around your tent, it keeps rats out. And all these guys have problems with rats because they live in homeless places, and the rats don't care where they're at. They might as well be more in their house than they're in the rat's house, more than the rats in their house. So it's hard for them to keep rats out, and by giving them that, they can keep rats out. It protects their food and their stuff. It's pretty, and keeps them from getting diseases and stuff like that. So anyway. Kim Calhoun, what's up, love? Welcome to the show. Cody Palmer, what's up, man? Yo. Corinna Trujillo, always there for Raider Bear. Corinna Trujillo! Stars contribute to the show go directly to charities, and you know what I'm talking about. Punks for Autism. That's my favorite. I just got my daughter the shirt that says, I've got a little touch of the tism. Every time I say it, it cracks me up. Artie Fax, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. He said, yo, Bear, what's up, man? Welcome. I appreciate that. Great profile picture. Wow, look at that good-looking boy. And, you know, honestly, brother, if you got anything about the Raiders you want to talk about, if you have an opinion or if you have a question, hit me up, Artie Fax. I can't remember if you've watched my show before. You look like a new name to me. Jim Garrison, yo, Raider Bear and Raider Nation, let's beat these donkeys, right? Hi, Tommy. Good to see you, buddy. Hi, Steeler Val. Steven Shaw. That's my guy right there. Glenn Medina, are we losing Max if Adams leaves? No, Glenn Medina, they're not the same thing. In other words, when you have a new coach and a GM, you usually do have a player or two that, you know, you end up losing. Now, we look back at John Gruden when he first came back for the second time. He wanted to build our roster, but he didn't feel like he could do it with Khalil Mack because Khalil Mack was owed a bonus and a new contract, somewhere upwards of $90 million. And I just think John Gruden felt like going in the door that knowing as good a player as he was, you couldn't pay him that money, even if you wanted to keep him, even if he was crucial to your defense, because if you give him that bonus, you can't build the rest of the team around him. You know what I mean? And speaking of my point, look at the Cowboys. They gave CeeDee Lamb the highest contract in quarterback history. I mean, in wide receiver history. They don't have a quarterback that's really good enough to give him the ball. You know, Dak's okay. But bottom line is, if they wanted Devontae Adams, they can't do it. You know, because they've priced themselves out of that market by spending as much money as they have. So, that's all you can do. Oh, there he is. Steven Shaw! And guys, remember, please, if you care, you share a Raider Bear. Tell your other Raider friends and followers in the nation about your boy, Raider Bear, that I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, but we got to get that YouTube algorithm catching me, you know what I'm saying? So the more we share, the more we like, the sooner I get there. David Pell-Clyber made it out to the last game. Yeah, you know, a lot of crying fans. It sucked, you know, and they forget that the A's is one of the, you know, like storied teams that won championships that had characters, you know, on their team. You know what I mean? Eckersley and Stewart and, you know, guys like that. And Ricky Henderson, Canseco, McGuire. They were amazing. Miguel Garcia, 559 Fresno in the house. What's up? Double Fresno. Glenn Medina and Miguel Garcia. What's up, guys? Mark Vargas, Bear. Dustin Crew. Tony Sheffield said, salute, Bear and Raider Nation. Turn a negative into a positive. Exactly. Just got in from church, Bear. Nice. Appreciate that. Give you one for that one, Mark. Okay, don't forget that belt is going to be on the line all week next week. Dustin King already starting some noise. What's up, Miguel? Michael Guerrero. What's up, man? Welcome to the show. Bob, you got your new Max Crosby jersey? Nice. Tommy asks, Mr. Raider Bear, are the Raiders going to put foots in the sissy Broncos for the 5th straight season? First, Tommy, great comment, Tommy. Way to go. You, sir, are a real Raider fan. More so than many men I know that are much older than you. Now, I would say to you, yes, we're going to give it to him. But it's going to be the same old style of Raider rivalry football game. In other words, even though the Broncos aren't in a good way right now, they mirror us just a little bit. And when I say they mirror us, what I mean is they do have a decent defense, and that defense can keep them in games. Now we have to go in there and work against that defense. If we can get our offense working against their defense, they can't win, because their offense is terrible and our offense is just slow. There's a difference. Their offense is terrible. They've lost weapons. They lost Jerry Jeudy, their number one wide receiver. I know their running back this week is hurt. Bo Nix is turning out to be, so-so at best. There are people that think he'll be better because he's already got 4 interceptions on the season. 5? It's 4 or 5. He's got 4 or 5. I know he's got at least 4. It might be 5 because I haven't checked to see if he threw another one. But he had 4 going into last week, and so that's a lot for even a young, rookie quarterback. But there are those that are making the argument that he's throwing those interceptions because he's trying to be so aggressive at a young age, starting his rookie season and all. Cowboys have been overpaying players for years, right? Oh, what's up, JP? Welcome to the show, brother. Always good to see you. Heather Menendez. What's up, Heather? Trey Tucker, 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. I might have said that about Trey, but I want to get on with Trey Tucker like you are, Michael Guerrero. I really do. I think that there's potential there for numbers like that, but I would say it's probably going to be more like, I'm going to say 83 yards and 1 touchdown for Trey Tucker. 83 yards and a touchdown. Kim Calhoun said, I love the way you help the needy. Kim, honestly, I try to tell people if you can, because not everyone can stomach it, but if you can, try to at least once give to the homeless in person. It will change your life. And when I say that, I don't necessarily mean, again, there's no right or wrong answer, but you will either be the kind of person that sticks with it and wants to keep giving to the homeless that exact same way, always right in their face and bringing the things that they actually need, or you won't do it again. You know what I mean? It can sometimes break people because you get real upset. I mean, you'll see kids, living in these tents with these, homeless people. It's heartbreaking. They're in dirty clothes and shoes with holes in them. You know what I mean? And there's nothing you can do. The moment I go somewhere and buy that kid shoes and so on, and have I done that? Yes. But I learned the hard way that, you do things like that. Then the next time you come, they remember that. And then now they want to come over. Well, I have a little boy over here. Could I get some shoes for him? And then the next one, hey, I have a little daughter. Could you get a dress for her? And, and now I'm like, I'm not Santa. I want to keep working for you guys. I want to keep helping you. But if it gets to where it's like that, then it can be difficult. So tired of it, that drama. It seems like every year some BS happens. Okay, so yeah, Glenn Medina, what a beautiful baby. She's a cutie. Okay, so I'll be honest with you. I was going to talk about the whole thing with Davante Adams. I'm kind of sick of it, but everyone needs to hear this. So the deal's not going to get done this week. It'll go all the way through to next week. Now, the reason why it will take that long is 2 things. First, teams have to recognize and realize that Davante Adams is 100% healthy. And to my knowledge, I don't think he was ever hurt. The hamstring thing to me was a lot of BS. He used that to start this conversation about leaving the team and then be able to not play. So he's fine, I'm sure. So that step will be out of the way. He'll be out there. Now, he won't play, but he'll be on the sidelines. He'll look fine, and the other teams will know he's ready to go. Okay, so that being said, now you have some other problems. First, the New Orleans Saints are the team that's being the most vocal about getting him. Now, if you ask me, I don't give him to a good team. I just don't do that because you never know when the season, the people who write the season, if they see us give him to Carr, then they're definitely going to put the Saints on our schedule next year. Just to give Carr a chance to come back and humiliate us, you know what I mean, with his friend wide receiver throwing the rock all over us. And, and I guarantee you they would both love to do it, and the NFL knows it. And so I'm just predicting right now the Saints are going to be on our schedule next year if they get Davante Adams. Now, the Saints is for real. The Saints is for real. Now, I want everyone to realize something, though. While we've already been told that Davante Adams' value is is a second-round pick, it's not, because that's just initial opening debating and arguing and, what you deserve for the guy. And if it's the Saints, we can make the Saints pay more. they will pay more. Now, that doesn't mean it'll be a first-round pick, but it could be 3 second-round picks, something like that, because we know how bad they'll want him. We know what he'll do for their roster and their quarterback. See, there's just too many advantages that go to them. So, see, that's why I wouldn't do the deal. And then you also heard the Chiefs are sniffing around and inquiring. You don't give the Chiefs the deal because now you get the Chiefs in your way even more so, with an opportunity to embarrass you with a bad business deal you'd be making, because that's just bad business. You can't make a business deal with a team that could end up coming back to haunt you, obviously. No, you know what I mean? I mean, we beat the Chiefs last year. What if we give them Devontae and then they beat us twice? You know what I mean? You can't do that. So it won't be within division. Okay, so that's how. I'm just eliminating teams for you. Okay, so the Jets. Now, a lot of people are assuming the New Orleans Saints because of Derek Carr. But remember, although that makes sense, with the Jets, they're trying to do the same mutual equivalency. Go to the Jets. Why? His former quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, that he used to play with in Green Bay, and was the guy that really, made his name, got him all those yards, threw him all those balls that have him on a Hall of Fame trajectory as far as his career numbers go. But if Davante Adams goes there, he takes a massive risk that he could end up in the exact same situation he was with the Raiders. For example, if he joins the Jets, let's say it was this season, it's only going to be about for half a season. Now, will he miss at least the first week of when Davante Adams goes there? Yes, because they can't have him just suddenly pop up and start playing, because then that delegitimizes his, it was my hamstring. So if the Jets got him, they would get him, he'd be on the sidelines for one game, and then the next weekend, he'd be suited up and playing. So that means you're getting him roughly for a half a season, okay? So, first things first, he has $17 million still guaranteed on his contract. How many games do we play in a season? 17. That's basically $1 million a week. They will now have to pay him. And that's the other issue with the contract, and that's with every team, not just the Jets. All of these teams are asking the Raiders to pay back into the deal. And I can tell you for certain, and I can't say who the team is because I'm not positive, because the reporter that I was reading about also was told the secret that I'm about to tell you, but the secret had one stipulation, that the reporter couldn't know the name of the team that was involved, so that they're not embarrassed in the fact that they really went after Adams hard and just didn't get him. Okay, and I'm saying I can't tell you who the team is, but not because I'm keeping it a secret. I'm saying I don't even know who the team is. But I know for a fact one team came super hard to the Raiders and really wanted to do a deal and did enough that the Raiders were interested. And then that same team said to the Raiders, okay, but you're going to have to do a little something with us on this $17 million because it's guaranteed. And you've got us giving him $1 million a week the rest of the season. We were going to pay it. I got no sympathy for that argument. I'm sorry. If you want the man, pay his bills. You know what I mean? Sign the deal. I don't want to hear it. Anyone, I'm selling my Adams jersey for $2. Let your viewers know I'm putting foots in that diva. Edgar Lucky De Leon, Rackham. Great comment. Appreciate you, brother. All right, so let me look at the injury report real quick. And you notice I said injury report real big? That's because it's real big. It is. It's bad. I was just like, wow, I couldn't believe our injury report. All right, so the best news, the good news, is that Max Crosby is back. He is definitely going to play Sunday, but he did not get in practice Wednesday or Thursday. So usually when you're back, you at least get limited practice. He didn't get even a limited practice. Now, Friday he got a limited practice, which is the only day he practiced, and he didn't even go full practice Friday. So I'm hoping that's just a veteran thing. They're giving him rest, knowing that he's still a little banged up. Just give him as much potential rest as you can, even leading up to the game. So it could end up working out okay. Divine Diablo, that was our other guy. He had an oblique muscle issue. Same thing. Wednesday and Thursday, no practice, but Friday he got a limited. He's probably going to go. Thayer Mumford Jr. is out. D. Camarion Richardson is out. And unfortunately, guys, Michael Mayer is out again. It's a non-injury release personal. So something horrible has happened in his family, because I could understand a guy asking the team to give you the weekend off because your mom died or your brother was shot, something like that. So you need time off. Because from what I can tell, that's what it is. It doesn't have anything to do with illness. He's not hurt. So something's gone wrong in his family. We'll have to look that up. I'll have to look that up. Now, I don't know if it's hit the news, because some of the players, they can keep this kind of stuff private, especially if it's just death in the family. Usually reporters consider that disrespectful to go ahead of the guy and go, hey, this is why Michael Mayer's been out. His dad died, So usually, even if there is a reason and they know it, sometimes they won't say. Kanai Muaga, linebacker, he's questionable, but he'll probably go because he got a limited practice on Friday. Let's see. Dylan Parham did not practice Wednesday and Thursday and got a limited on Friday. So you're seeing a reoccurring theme here. Same thing with Tyreek McAllister. Did not practice Wednesday, Thursday, got a limited on Friday. He'll probably go. Colton Miller did not practice on Wednesday, but then got a Thursday limited and a Friday full practice. Jacorian Bennett, full practice. He's ready to go. Trey Taylor, the safety, his knee's still bothering him. He got limited practice and actually made it to all 3 days, but they said he's out. From what I understand, what I was reading earlier before I started the show was that he's out because he's still feeling pain. He was able to practice, but when he got to Friday and he wanted to go, he was still feeling pain. And that's Tyreek McAllister. Okay, so moving forward. Oh, wait, no, excuse me. That's Trey Taylor, our safety, Trey Taylor. Knee issue, started feeling pain Friday. He got limited practice all week, but he was there, but they're saying he's out for sure. Zamir White has a groin pull. He tried to go on Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday, he was in pain, so he's out. Isaiah Polamau, he also was out for non-related injury reasons, but he got practice in full on Thursday and full on Friday. Now, he didn't practice on Wednesday, so that might have been what he was doing with the personal matter, dealing with it that day and then coming Thursday and Friday, because it's obviously not injured. He's got full practice. I got to imagine he's going to play. Luke Masterson injured his knee. He had limited practice on Wednesday and then Thursday and Friday, pain, couldn't go. He's out. Cody Whitehair. Now, we've had a lot of issues with Cody Whitehair trying to get him right at left guard. Right at left guard. Okay, excuse me. Trying to get him correct, playing better at left guard. But he's back. He had a chest contusion. Wednesday didn't go. Thursday went limited practice, and Friday full practice. So he will play. He will play for sure. Brock Bowers is hip. He was having some problems with it. He did not practice Wednesday and Thursday, and then had limited practice on Friday. Now, it doesn't say anything about his status, but I would have to say he's probably going to go, but they're just going to go slow with him. And then, of course, our quarterback, Aiden O'Connell. It doesn't have any injury list of any kind. It just said his practice on Wednesday and Thursday was not documented. It doesn't say whether he was injured or out for personal reason or anything else. It just shows blank. So he did not practice Wednesday. He did not practice Thursday. This is Aiden O'Connell. And he had limited practice on Friday. So there must be something going on there. But he's the only guy that there's no explanation as far as what the injury would be to Aiden O'Connell. It just has a blank spot there. That's weird. I'm not used to seeing that. All right, not too many guys on the Denver Broncos injury list, but only 4. But they're pretty important ones. Tyler Batty, their running back, he has a bad back. He did not practice all week, and he has been ruled out for Sunday's game. So that's another blow to their offense. J.L. Skinner, ankle issues, but he practiced. He'll be fine. Josh Reynolds, their wide receiver, he had a foot issue, but he got full practice all week. He'll be fine. And then Tremon Smith, one of their defensive backs, he had full practice. He will be out there. So only 4 misses. Only 4 guys injured, but of the 4, 3 of them will play for sure. And then their starting running back, Tyler Batty, is out. So, not so good on the injury list. Let's see. That's, oh boy. I mean, there's a lot of guys that are still going to play, but let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we got 6 guys out for the game. That's a lot. Yeah, 18 guys. That's 12 that can't play. Or excuse me, that's Yeah, 12 that can play, and the rest are out. Ugh. What a day. Okay, so the Raiders signed Levon Chason to the active roster. Now, Levon Chason is the defensive end that we picked up from the Jaguars. I was pretty excited about that. He was already getting in on some plays. He was a part of some tackles. He was a part of one of the sacks. He looked really good last week. I could understand why they brought him up, because obviously we need the help at defensive end. So good to hear that he's ready to go and playing as well as he is. And now, without further ado, I would like to introduce to you that woman that needs no introduction, but is one of the best in the business, that red-headed lady of rage, woo, the Mama Bear!
You might have to change the red-headed.
Ah! What's up, Chumley? All right. Whoa. Okay. Moving on. I want to see Dylan play. I don't know what to say. I thought Dylan Laube was going to be one of the most important Raiders opening our season. I really did. I realized he was on, the bench, so to speak. I realized he's the fourth running back. I get all that. But the guy's hands out of the backfield are incredible. He is a master ninja at running the screenplay. I'm telling you. He looks like a video game character. He just sort of runs in half speed, setting up his blocks, and then he goes zoom. And hey, you know that old saying there was an old movie, they said white men can't jump, right? And we know that's a myth. There's plenty of white guys that can jump. Well, they say brothers are always the fastest. White guys aren't that fast. Dylan Laube is lightning. I'm telling you, the man's got speed. He reads blocks. He's smart. Great hands. I don't know what we're waiting for. You know what I mean? If you need a spike, if you needed a spark, there it was. Oh, it's not on?
No.
Oh, turn it on, sure. You watching Tennessee and Arkansas? Right on, Mark. Good game. Bear, I see Zamir White is out for the game. How bad of an impact, issues and so on, and have identity yet do you think that's going to have on our running game that hasn't been that good so far? Jim, great question. I would say this to you, Jim. We know for a fact that Zamir White had leg issues with his right and his left leg. Most of the time, if a running back is coming out of college with an issue with his legs, like a knee, issue, maybe his ankles, whatever, it's usually one leg, not both. He had issues in both. Okay, now on top of that, when he gets calf tightness, most medical sports professionals like myself know that when you get calf tightness, that is a physical warning sign of tearing your Achilles, or stretching or tearing your hamstring. It's really bad. Okay, now fast forward, Zamir White came onto the roster with everyone on the coaching staff with the attitude of, we got to watch him. We have to treat him. In other words, think of it like every time you drove your car, you have to check your tire pressure. Every single time. And then if it looks like it's off a little bit, you have to give your car a day off, or two. You know what I mean? That's how he is. And I never understood why we got him. I never understood why we drafted Zamir White. I ain't trying to hate on him. I'm a Raider fan, and he's a Raider, so I got love for him. But I have no idea why you would go after a guy in the college ranks who had leg issues through his college career, and all the different running backs you could bring in. You're telling me nobody was better than Zamir White at that pick? Come on, man. I know Mama Bear tells me all the time. She's like, Zamir White? Psh, please. Glenn Medina, I appreciate that, and I don't just do it. Mama Bear, you should see the stuff Mama Bear does for the community, man. I came home one day, she had like 87 bags that were already pre-packed with toothpaste, toothbrushes, socks, soup, hand wipes, suntan lotion, honey buns, just everything you could imagine. And she was like, "Hi, honey." She wasn't even tired. She was all excited. It was cool. So yeah, we love doing it. Tony Shepard, FKC. I completely agree. To even entertain that would be stupid. Glenn Medina, honestly, I don't care where he goes either, but I don't care where he goes as long as we're not sending him to something that's just obviously stupid. You can't send him to the Chiefs. I don't care what they offered us. The Chiefs could offer us 2 first-round picks, and I'd say no. Nope. And now, getting back to what I was saying about Davante Adams, though. Davante Adams is more likely to go to the Saints. But if he doesn't go to the Saints, then he's not going to get a good team. I promise you. Because the Saints, he has a shot. But everyone else that's asking to get his services that's really serious, i.e. the Jets and the Giants. I don't know if you've heard about the Giants, but the Giants are trying real hard to get him in the house. And I don't think they're going to be able to. And if they do, there's that. But I don't think they will. And the Jets, I really don't think the Jets will. Because if I'm advising Davante Adams, let's just pretend for a second I'm his agent. The first thing I would say to him is, yeah, you know Aaron Rodgers real well, but you don't know the Jets offense. It's going to take a little time, and Aaron Rodgers doesn't have time. Not only that, you would join the team and only be with that quarterback for half a season. In other words, he would be starting after this following week, and that's only if the Raiders make the deal at that point. There's nothing that says the Raiders can't hold on to Davante and just let him not play for the next 3 or 4 weeks, and then make the move. Do you see what I mean? So that now, whatever team he ends up on, he can't really change their season or have a real effect on their season, no matter how well he plays, because there's only going to be so many games left. And you send him to the Jets, maybe now he gets stuck there, Aaron Rodgers retires next year, and then he's right back to, I guess I'm going to have a rookie quarterback again. Please trade me. I want another trade. No. So, and like I was saying, too, the $17 million, 17 weeks in a season, honey, $17 million. Davante Adams is guaranteed that. That's $1 million each week. And we already had a team turn us down because they didn't want to pay that, and they asked us to cover it. They said, Raiders, you cover his $17 million, and we'll give you some picks and a player, and we'll take Davante. And the Raiders put their fist up like this, and one of their fingers started to slowly come up, but it wasn't this one. It wasn't this one. That's what I think of that deal. Bear, the Saints are on our schedule this year. Since they are an NFC team, unless the league scraps the algorithm they've been using for decades, we can't play them again next year. But if we do trade Adams to the Saints, he'll be there when we play them this year, if that's for sure. Well, it's not for sure, and more importantly, I'm just reporting the news. If you want my opinion, he's not going to the Saints. Why would we send him to where he wants to go? See, I'm not saying you don't send him to a team that can play. I'll send him to the Buffalo Bills, something like that. And do we maybe end up playing them? Of course. But, it's not like the Chiefs. Just Chiefs, Broncos, Chargers, no. And anywhere Derek Carr plays. Sorry, Derek. Okay, we owe you nothing. Okay, we owe you nothing. Why should we steer your best buddy over there to you? Forget about that. Put a little no on that noise. The Jets are out of the country this weekend. Well, yeah, they are, but that doesn't have anything to do with whether they can make a deal. They can make a deal. It's just that, why would you want to go to the Jets? They're a bad team. He's going to go there. They're going to have a bad season. You see how the season's already started? They're not good. And then more importantly, Aaron Rodgers is going to get hurt again this season. You watch. I would be willing to bet almost any amount of money. Aaron Rodgers within the next few weeks is going to get hurt again. And he's going to be out because he thinks he can keep doing it at 40. And you can't. You can't. You can do some things in the NFL at 40, like be a kicker. or a punter. Or one of the cheerleaders. But you for damn sure can't be the quarterback. You can't. It's just too much wear and tear in the league. Too much damage on quarterbacks to be doing that, year after year after year like that. No, Michael Mayer's not being traded. Not only is Michael Mayer not being traded, but the whole thing with Davante Adams leaving, obviously addition by subtraction is the argument some people are trying to make that will be better with him gone. I would argue that Jacoby Myers are now, as of right now, number one wide receiver. He was in an interview just 2 days ago. I think it was Tuesday. And he said, and I quote, yeah, Devontae Adams asking off the team like this, it's a distraction to the whole roster. And I was like, whoa. He said the D word. He didn't keep it in the house. And he said, well, Devontae didn't, so why should I? And so he said basically the guy's hurting us because he's causing all this drama in our locker room. Guys that don't want him to go, guys that do, guys that are mad at him for wanting to go, guys that aren't, And it becomes the talk of the locker room. And then the players that don't want to talk about it, that drive into practice, the reporters want to talk to them about it. Why should I, as a linebacker, let's say, for the Raiders, have to talk about my wide receiver wanting to leave? It's stupid. I play for the Raiders, but why would I have any more insight into why Devontae Adams wants to leave than a reporter does? Is Devontae Adams going to sit me down as a linebacker and say, hey, Bear, listen, I got to go because they won't give me my bump up and my respect? No. That's just stupid. Stephen Shaw said, hi, Mama Bear.
Hi, Steven.
Steeler Val said, hi, Mama Bear.
Hi, Val.
Chris Strong.
Hi, Chris.
Kim Calhoun.
Hi, Kim.
Tim Mack said hi to me. See, now you'll get all of them, okay? Tim Mack said hi to the Bear, okay?
Say hi to him.
No. Stephen Shaw! Yeah, Miguel Garcia, I don't mind the idea of trading him to the Panthers, but I don't want their young quarterback. Someone was asking me, why don't we send Devontae Adams to the Panthers and try to coax Bryce Young out of their hands, because they've pretty much already shown they're done with Bryce Young. There's no way they're going to probably let him play his contract a little bit more. He'll get through this season. But if he doesn't show something next year, he's gone. Karina True. Hello. Alexa, resume. There it is. All right, that's my Saturday show. Much love. Shout out to our armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, National Guard, Space Force. For all you do, the energy and love of this show is dedicated to your sacrifice, active and veteran. Much love. Please like and subscribe and share Raider Bear Live. I love you guys. Good luck tomorrow. Good luck to our Raiders. And I'll see you Monday to talk about the recap. Raider Bear family page. Appreciate you. From Mama Bear and our mutts, nighty-night. Nighty-night. I Steph Curried him with the night-night. I Steph Curried him with the night-night. Night.